Hello and welcome to today's Renew Yoga class. 1st of May today, so everything's going into spring, everything's starting to bloom. I've got some sage there which is already blooming, got them behind me, there we go, I've got my little seedlings. So for today, with the new month, spring has now fully sprung pretty much, it's all green, which you can't really see because of the bright light behind me. So today is all about just renew, some twists in there, just to really, really listen to your body, see what you need right now. Again, this is a time of transition as well. So really be gentle with yourself and check in with your body as usual, just check in, see where you are, what your body needs as well, rather than forcing yourself into the poses. So whenever you do need a break, just some time out, just come into child's pose, lay down on your back, just sit down, whatever feels good for you. At the end of the day, this is your practice. So today we're actually starting standing up. So bring your feet either hip distance apart or flush together, whatever feels more comfortable to you. Bring the palms together in your heart center, and then you've got the choice. You can either relax your arms or you can activate through your arms and push your hands together. So see where you are here, and then just closing your eyes. Taking a few deep breaths, grounding through all four corners of the feet here. Starting to tune into your breathing. Maybe tucking your chin in slightly, lengthening through the back of your neck. And then taking a moment here and either dedicating this practice to someone that's close to you, or setting yourself an intention for the practice, for the day, maybe even for the month. If you're setting yourself an intention, repeat that to yourself 3 times and just consider it done. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, opening through the front of your body. Just opening through the collarbone. Shoulders away from your ears. Just one more breath here. Good, then on your exhale, slowly releasing your hands down and blinking your eyes open. Good, then bring your elbows in line with your shoulders and bring your fingers pointing up to the ceiling. So coming into our cactus arms. Just engaging through your core, so pulling your navel to your spine. And then if you want to, you can look up a little bit. Just making sure that you're squeezing your shoulder blades together. And again, just opening up through the collarbone. Good, and just notice if you're holding tension anywhere and see, if you can maybe release that tension, especially sort of if you're holding on to, if you're really gritting your teeth. We tend to do that a lot, or have the tongue on the roof of our mouth. Just release that tongue down. Good, just opening up here, maybe feeling it in your arms here, and just go with that feeling. Just a couple more deep breaths. Good, and then on your next exhale, slowly releasing your hands down. Interlacing your hands behind your back. Sliding your hands down, opening through the front of your body. Again, engaging through your core. And if you want to, again, just looking up to the ceiling for a slight back bend here. And that's only an option, so you can just look forward or you can look up. Just make sure that no matter what you're doing, that you're engaging through your core, pulling your navel to your spine. Good. Just keep going here. Maybe even closing your eyes. Good. And then on your next exhale, start softening through your knees And start folding over your legs, bring your hands up towards the ceiling, coming into a forward fold with your hands interlaced. Maybe bring your hands up even higher to the ceiling. Breathing deeply. Good. And then on your next exhale, with control, releasing your hands down onto the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine and neck. So your hands can be on your shin, on your thigh, making sure your shoulders are away from your ears and your neck and your back is nice and long. Good. Then on your exhale, releasing, folding forward again. And then tiptoeing your feet hip distance apart if they're not there already. Then grab hold of the opposite elbow and just hang over your legs here. Making sure you have a slight bend through your knees. No tension in your upper body and in your neck. Shaking your head yes and no. Just seeing where you are here. If you want to, you can rock from side to side. Again, just finding whatever feels good for you. Good, then on your next exhale, slowly releasing your hands onto the mat. Really pushing into the mat and then stepping your feet to the back of the mat, pushing your hips up high to the ceiling, coming into your downward facing dog. Good, so making sure your shoulders are away from your ears, you're grounding through your hands, doing any movements here that feel good for you. There's no right or wrong. Just finding any movement, or if you prefer, you can stay in stillness and just explore this pose. Continue breathing, releasing any tension. Good, then from here, inhaling your right leg up to the ceiling. And on your exhale, bring your shoulders over your wrists and then bring your knee into your chest. Good, bring your nose towards your knee, rounding through the spine, and then stepping that right foot up and releasing that left knee down. Good, releasing through that left foot, making sure that your front knee is over your front ankle. Hugging your thighs together and then inhaling both arms over your head. Good, shoulder blades down. And then pushing your right hip slightly further back and then left hip comes forward. Good, engaging through your core again. And you can keep looking up, or if you want to, you can look up to the ceiling for a slight back bend. So you may be sinking into your hip a little bit more, engaging through that left buttocks. Again, if you want to, you can bring your shoulder blades together, so opening through the collarbone again. So your hands might come slightly wider here, which is absolutely fine. Good. Just one more breath. Good. And on your exhale, releasing your hands down. Bring your left hand onto the mat next to your right foot. Inhaling your right hand up to the ceiling for your twist. So depending on what feels good for your neck, you can look up to the ceiling, to the side, or onto the mat. Whatever you do, just make sure that you're not sinking into your shoulders. So keep pushing the mat away and really reaching up with that right arm. Good. On your next exhale, bring that right hand down, framing the front foot. Good. And swinging that left leg to the long side of the mat. So bring your left leg to the right side. So your left foot is on your right, long right side of the mat. Good. Then inhale, bring your arms parallel to the mat. Making sure that your front knee is over your front ankle, shoulders away from your ears. Try to keep your arms in line parallel to the mat. Good, so it's our warrior two variation here. Look over your right fingertips. Again, shoulders down away from your ears and bring your shoulder blades together, opening up through your collarbone. Good, just a couple more breaths. Just notice where your left hand is going, if it's going further down, keep it up. Good, then on your next exhale, bring that left hand onto the mat, extending through that right leg, bring the outside of that right foot onto the mat. And then if you've just done what I just did, make sure that your hips keep pushing forward and you start feeling a nice stretch through your right side body here. Keep pushing through the outside of that right foot. Maybe walk your left hand underneath your left shoulder, inhaling your right arm up to the ceiling and over your head for a stretch. Good, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Keep stretching. Good, keep pushing the mat away with your left hand. Good, and on your next exhale, slowly bring that right hand onto the mat. Walking your hands to the top of the mat, pivoting your right foot, swinging that left leg back up onto the mat, framing the front foot. Good, tucking that left foot under, bring that left knee up, and I'm stepping that right foot back, pushing your hips up high to the ceiling. Good, again, just doing any movements here that feel good for you. There's no right or wrong. Pedaling through the feet, moving your hips from side to side. Good, then from here, inhaling your left leg up to the ceiling. And then start bringing your shoulders over your wrists. Bring that left knee into your chest, rounding through the spine. Bring your nose up to your knee, and then stepping it through. Good, so bring that right knee onto the mat, releasing through that right foot. Good, making sure that your front knee is over your front ankle, hugging your midline together, and then inhaling both arms over your head. Good, releasing your shoulder blades down here. Again, squeezing your shoulder blades together, maybe opening up through your hands, engaging through your core. And if you want to, as an option again, you can look up to the ceiling, maybe sinking a little bit more into your hips. And just keep breathing here. Notice if you are holding tension in your front toes. If so, just release them, maybe just wiggle your front toes. Again, see where your tongue is. Is it at the roof of your mouth? Release it down, releasing your jaw. And keep breathing here. Good. Then on your next exhale, bring your hands down, bring your right hand onto the mat next to the left foot. Inhaling your left arm up to the ceiling for your twist. Really reaching that left hand up, really pushing your right hand into the mat. Good. Again, you're squeezing your shoulder blades together here, opening up through the collarbones. And then on your next exhale, bring that left hand down, framing the front foot. Good, then from here, swing that right leg off the mat now towards the left side. And then inhale, coming up, bring your arms parallel to the mat. Again, coming into our warrior two variation. Make sure your front knee is over your front foot, or your front ankle actually. Really reaching your left hand up, looking over your left fingertips, and then make sure that your right hand and your right arm is still parallel to the floor, that you're not sort of sinking down. When we start paying attention, especially to the left hand and left arm, we tend to forget about the right and sort of really drop a bit. So keep it up. Have it higher than you think you need to have it. Good, just one more breath here. And on your exhale, releasing your hands, bring your right hand onto the mat, extending through that left leg, making sure that that the outside of your left foot is in line with the mat, with the small side of the mat. Good, keep pushing your hips forward rather than sort of sinking back. And then inhaling your left arm up to the ceiling and over your head for a stretch. Really feeling it through your left side body here. Good, keep breathing. Good, just one more breath. And then on your exhale, slowly bring your left hand down, walking your hands to the front of the mat, pivoting your left foot around, bring your right leg back onto the mat, framing your front foot, tucking your right toes under, bring that right knee up, and then stepping that left foot back, pushing your hips up to the ceiling into your downward facing dog. Good, just taking a moment here, doing any movements that feel good. Good, and then start walking your hands to the back of the mat, folding over your legs. If you want to, you can come a little bit into the center of the mat. And then just tiptoe your feet together. So they're flush together, maybe have a slight gap in between your heels. Good, then from here, start bending through your knees, sinking your sitting bones down. And then inhale, bringing both arms over your head, coming into your chair pose. Shoulders away from your ears, and then make sure that you're hugging your lower ribs in. So don't let them flare out, so don't arch through your back. Hug your lower ribs in. Good. And from here, inhale your right hand to the back of the mat. Good. And on your exhale, start bending through your knees a little bit more. Bring your right hand, sweep it on the mat, and then bring it over in front of you again. Good. Other side. Inhaling your left hand to the back of the mat. Keep breathing. Squeezing your knees together. Good, then on your exhale, bring your left hand, sweep it onto the mat, and bring your arms back over your head. Good, let's do this one more time. Inhale, bring your right hand to the back of the mat. Exhale, sweeping your hand on the mat and coming back into your chair pose. Inhaling your left hand to the back of the mat. Exhale, sinking lower, sweeping your left hand on the mat and coming back into your chair pose. Good, just one more deep breath here. And on your exhale, releasing your arms down, straightening through your legs, and then shaking your legs out. Good, then stepping one foot in front of the other, coming onto the outside of your feet, which are now on the inside, and sinking down, sitting down, without using your hands. Good, just taking a moment here, maybe coming back to your breath. Now once you get there, bring the soles of the feet together, knees going out to the side. Good, then holding on to either your ankles, the arches of your feet, or your toes. If you've never done this before, just hold on to your ankles, because you want the back to be nice and straight. So there's no point in you start holding on to your toes when you're all hunched up, shoulders by your ears. We want a lot of space in this pose. So holding on to your ankles, if you've never done this before, inhale, opening through the front of your body. And then on your exhales, leading with your heart, start folding forward with a straight back. So just going as far as it feels comfortable. Maybe closing your eyes. Good. And depending where you are, if you want, you can bring your elbows onto your thighs. Push the thighs down a little bit more, going into the fold. A little bit further. To see where you are. Breathing deeply here. Good. And then on your next exhale, slowly coming back up again. Depending on where you are on your mat, you might have to slightly reposition yourself, keeping the soles of the feet together there, knees going out to the side, and it's like come laying down onto your back. Bring your left hand onto your heart, right hand onto your belly, closing your eyes. Taking a few deep breaths here. And either staying here in this pose or start extending your legs out, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Letting this practice and the energy settle in your body. And then staying here for as long as you want to. And once you're ready, slowly coming out of this pose. So rolling onto your right hand side and then slowly coming up to a seated position. But for the moment, I just want to thank you for practicing with me today. From my heart to yours, namaste.